everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our third episode of our Digital Lives this summer. I'm Liz, and I'm the host for today's live show. And then I'm joined with Morgan, our co-host.
Yes, hi, my name is Morgan. I'm film manager for the Digital Summer Clinic. And before we begin, I'd just like to let everyone know that if you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the chat, and we can go over those by the end of this episode.
Awesome. And then today we're joined with Adia Lee. She's an intern at Avita Bio. And we're joined with Ben Greenberg, an intern at Buy My Spot. How are you guys doing today so far?
Doing great. Really excited to be here.
Awesome. So the first question is for both of you guys. Either of you guys can respond first, it does not matter, but just to tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you hear about the Digital Summer Clinic and what drew you to our clinic?
I can go first. So
Awesome.
I'll introduce myself a little bit. So I'm Adia. I just finished my second year at the University of Michigan, and I'll be a junior starting in the fall. Specifically, I'm a student in the School of Information BSI program, so I'll be studying on the information analysis path starting in the fall as well. How I heard about the Digital Summer Clinic was actually pretty interesting because I had about 3 encounters with them. The first time was like the most significant. I feel like it was simply like through searching online. What I did was search online to figure out what I wanted to do in my summer, and then I came across it as I was searching for like technology for digital on the digital end for internships or other jobs. Then I came across the clinic and just decided to look more into it just because it just seemed like new to me, so from the name, and I didn't know what it was. So I like clicked more around, and I eventually found like past intern stories, and most of the ones that I read were about how like they didn't have maybe not like the greatest experience in digital marketing, but they were just simply encouraged to apply for it. So that itself kind of encouraged me as well. So I ended up applying for it, and I became very set on applying for it because it just felt like a very great opportunity, and it also felt super welcoming and it made me feel a little bit comfortable because I also don't have like the greatest marketing experience either. So yeah, I was just extremely open and eager to have the opportunity to be able to get some practical experience and learning throughout the process, while also being able to have like the support and structure from the clinic. And
Oh.
again, yeah.
No, that's great to hear that you feel comfortable and feel welcomed at the clinic for sure.
And then I'll put Ben in here if you want to answer as well.
Yeah, definitely. I can hop in. So I'm Ben. I'm a recent graduate from the University of Michigan School of Information. I got a master's in information, and from within there, I specialize in user experience research and design. I usually just say UX degree for short. And for those who, a lot of the time I tell people I do like UX stuff and they don't know what that is. So it's basically figuring out like how systems work and then best designing those systems for how people actually use them. Um, and so, yeah, that's a little bit about me. And how I heard about the clinic was actually maybe a more non-traditional path, but my girlfriend had actually saw a post about that, about the clinic on Facebook, and said, this seems like a job that you would be really interested in. And I said, okay, tell me send me the link. I'll check it out. And I looked into it. I looked at the website and looked at some of the videos. I was just really interested. I thought this is like exactly what I'm looking for. Because I'm really interested in kind of the fast-paced nature of startups and how you really get what you put into startups as well. And the kind of ability to learn a lot and also grow and accomplish a lot in an environment like that. So that was another part that really drew me. And during the interview, I really loved the people I talked with, and that was really exciting as well.
That's awesome. It sounds like your girlfriend's got your best interests in
For sure. She's a keeper. Yeah. All right. No, that's great. On to the next question. This question is for Adia. What has been your impression so far with Avita Bio, and what work have you been doing for them so far?
So as of right now, I met with Adia Bio a couple times and done things just like go over the platforms we'll be using and talking about like the overarching goal for um, all the tasks we'll be doing eventually. Yes, and since Adia Bio is a bioinformatics company and their products are digital software that are catered to life scientists and researchers, it was a little hard for me to understand a lot of the background and the setting of their very niche market at first, but it's gotten a lot better. And I think as time goes on, I'll be able to like understand it a lot more. And yeah, so I just think it's really interesting and also quite amazing to see like what they're doing for life scientists and researchers, and it just improves the convenience a lot for people in the bioinformatics field. And as for what we're doing or we're planning to start this week, we're working on more specific interactions with interested customers and trying to establish like more solidified relationships with them through like marketing email campaigns and also working on search engine optimization to help further get like Advita's name out there and also their products on the web.
Awesome. So are you like writing emails for that or just overviewing and watching how it works or
I think we're kind of airing more on like the marketing, web
the marketing side?
analytics end. Yeah.
Awesome. And then this next question is for Ben. So as a Buy My Spot intern, how do you plan on utilizing your skills in UX and research design to help your company reach their goals?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so to give a quick overview by my spot, very broad. They allow for the listing and renting of parking spaces. Right now, they have an Android, iOS app, website, and a web app that they're working on, and they also want to create a admin panel that lets the Buy My Spot employees manage some of their users. So that's the project that I'm just getting started on. And with all these different like platforms and things to maintain, it can be difficult to keep a like consistent design and brand identity throughout all of them. And it's also something that's hard to focus on when you're still trying to build. If you're trying to create a lot of new things, it's hard to kind of tweak these very like high level details. So that's something I'll be thinking about while working on the admin panel, kind of in the back of my mind of is this what is what I'm working on right now consistent with what's already been created, and then also me kind of thinking about is what's being designed best for the Buy My Spot people as well as the users themselves of the panel, which will also be the Buy My Spot people in this instance. And one thing I mean by that is like, will the solutions we propose be like easily maintained and implemented, and will they be effective as well?
No, yeah, for sure. Sounds like you really do put a lot of thought into that, so that's good. Um, all right, for the next question, this is for Adia. What are your goals for this clinic, and are there any skills you're trying to learn or a specific career path you want to take?
Yeah, so coming into this clinic, like I mentioned, I don't have, like, I have like kind of little marketing experience, especially not anything too recent. I was actually kind of interested in like a business and economics route, like way back when, like kind of towards the end of high school. But yeah, I realized I enjoyed a lot of more of the technology side, um, both being exposed to like front end and back end development. So I also have like UX interests as well, since like that's a big part of like the scope information here at U of M. But yeah, so I tied in this interest with digital marketing because I found it just combined a lot of my past experiences with business and also business and economics and also technology. And I feel like my goals are mostly just being able to get a better grasp on like the marketing mindset and perspective, because it also will provide, or I will be able to get the behind the scenes point of view and also the business perspective from it. So yeah, I honestly really would love to just learn more about it, understand the nuances that go into different marketing situations, and eventually I would like to get to a point where I can, combine all these interests and find ways that they can connect and all be utilized, since I feel like they would, like the different skills from all these different paths would complement each other well and blend in, or find a way to blend in.
Awesome.
Awesome. I'm really happy to hear that because from what I've heard and from Morgan and I have also like talked about with past interns is that for a lot of interns that are just coming in, they don't have like the most experience, the most confidence. And it seems like, all these interns come in and then they come out with way more confidence and they know what either they liked it or they didn't like it, or they know like what areas that they'd like to pursue. So I hope that you're really able to find like that spot, if that marketing and the business and economics, if that's something that you're interested in, or you want to go more UX, like that would be really interesting to know like how that ends up. And then our last question for Ben is, what is one thing that you're particularly excited for this summer? Could be anything. I mean, anything small, big. I mean, just like one fun thing you're looking forward to.
Yeah, definitely. I think maybe I talked about this a little bit at the beginning, but I'm just really excited to work in the startup environment and to be exposed to many different aspects of the business. That could be like marketing, back end development, front end development, like the business management side, and just kind of seeing everything how it's all made is really interesting to me, and I'm excited to kind of expand my perspectives on that.
Awesome. Well, you'll definitely be wearing a lot of hats, so I'm sure you'll get to see some of that firsthand. So it looks like we don't have any other questions from the users. So before we head out, I just want to thank everyone again for watching our digital lives. And thank you, Ben and Adia, for joining us today. It was really exciting to hear about your experiences so far and what you plan to do. And both Morgan and I hope that, everything goes great this summer and you guys get some awesome experience. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Digital Summer Clinic, and all of our media platforms so you don't miss anything.
Yes. And to everyone watching, join us this Wednesday for our next episode for Digital Lives. We're going to be interviewing another set of interns, Jocelyn Coles and Alexander Setinel. They will be coming in to also introduce themselves and see what else they're excited about working at their companies and what else to expect. So yeah, don't forget that. It's going to be on Wednesday, June 21st at 12 o'clock. You won't want to miss it, along with other guests that we have in store. That's all for today. Thank you. And we will see you guys here on Wednesday.